Yo, welcome back to No Entry Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host Ian with my co-host Eva. What it do, baby?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. Yo, this weekend, oh my gosh,
Yes.
SummerSlam was incredible. We went to back-to-back wrestling events. It's still crazy to me that Impact was last week that we went.
Yeah.
And then this past Saturday, we went to SummerSlam in Detroit, Fort Field, the same stadium that WrestleMania 23 took place. So this was unexpected for both of us because we didn't plan. We wanted to go, but it wasn't something like, oh, for sure thing. Once it started getting closer, that's when we're like, okay, we got tickets. And yeah, and then it happened.
Yeah.
So that day I already knew that it was gonna be like the longest 2 days ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, the trip wasn't bad. The trip coming back wasn't bad, but it did suck. Because obviously the trip there, it was like on our way there, it was because obviously we took separate cars. For us, it was like, okay, we're gonna pick up my cousin, my E-man, and then from there, we're going to the hotel and then grab something to eat, and then we have the event. And then unlike coming back, it's like, oh my gosh, we're going home. A straight shot, nothing to look forward besides the comfort of our own home and the bed just to relax. So, but we ended up going to the mall on the way back. And so, but yeah, that day, um, that experience was amazing because that's nothing like I've been to house shows now. I've been to small arenas. I've been to like independent shows, something like kind of mainstream like Impact Wrestling. I've been to AEW. I've been to WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Obviously them coming over here. Just the arena and the fans. I've been part of fans with I went to wrestling shows. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I've been to wrestling shows where there's been 30 people there, 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000. And to be in an arena full of 50,000 people, that's like, I can't even explain the feeling of being in an arena with 50,000 people, wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And though I had good seats and it was kind of difficult to watch the action in some moments. So I had to watch, the big screen on top, which was fine. I didn't really care. But yeah, that was just like a whole different experience. That's just something like you have to go yourself to experience. You can't really explain it that well.
Yeah.
But yeah, how
It's a,
was your experience, man?
I liked it a lot, It was like the big four, so it was gonna be a big atmosphere and
Yeah,
entire football field. So I'm like, well, it was awesome though. The energy was awesome.
it was.
Sometimes like I went to Vegas for like Money in the Bank, the crowd wasn't all there. So
Oh,
it's definitely the
yeah,
crowd that made the difference because I'm like definitely people travel from other states because I know when I went to Vegas for Money in the Bank last year yeah, was it last year? Yeah,
yeah,
last year.
last year.
It was kind of like, there were the people, but not everybody was from out of town, so it didn't have the same vibe.
Right.
Or because it was
It
SummerSlam, but
was
like,
it was supposed to be. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. You can't compare SummerSlam and Money in the Bank together, man. You really
no,
can't.
no,
I understand that Money in the Bank is trying to be is the big five now, but it's not. It's not stadium level yet, unless it's gonna
yeah,
go overseas. That's a different story. Because you have a lot of countries there,
yeah,
and they have better access, like going traveling over there
yeah,
than we do here in the states. Um, so yeah, Money in the Bank is the top five, the big five, but it's not stadium wise yet. It's not
no,
there yet. It's not. So that's why when they announced that it was going to be in the stadium last year, I'm like, I don't know all that. I don't know all that, but this was for SummerSlam though. It definitely deserves to be in a stadium. and I was glad to be a part of that. So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, man, I don't like. Let's just get started with it. Let's talk about. Let's just talk
everything.
about. If you want to talk about everything, I'll talk everything. But I only have three things to talk about, and
Yeah,
that's the main event. So
yeah,
you want to just go and talk about the main event? Well, actually, four. The women's match. In my book, that's a main event as well.
yeah.
Everything else was, you know what? We'll talk about everything. You know what? Logan Paul versus Ricochet. It was a great opening match. Did enjoy it. Um, I understand there was I'm gonna be honest, I expected way more. I kind of understand why we didn't get it. It's because Logan Paul, he was gonna fly back to go see his brother's fight. So I kind of understood why we didn't get as much as we could have from both men. I really expected way more. That's all I gotta say. But
Yeah.
what we got, the ending of the match, um, it was great. I love the story behind it, like leading up to the match, because or sorry, ending leading up to the ending of the match, because Logan Paul kind of just proved like I can't beat him. I can't beat Ricochet, so I gotta cheat. The only thing was, did they ever confirm who gave him the brass knuckles?
I don't know. That's gonna be like, oh, it was
I,
one of his Goonies or something.
yeah, that's the one thing I couldn't figure it out.
I wish it was somebody like familiar, like, oh, it's gonna be like, or if it was, what if Samantha like was gonna give it to Ricochet and he took it, or something,
Mm,
something like somebody, like to build a rivalry with.
yeah, I
But it was just
I
some random kid. I'm like, oh, they just probably got some kid from Logan Paul's group or something. And hey,
mm,
do this for me right here. You know?
hmm. Yeah, I couldn't no I couldn't figure out who it was. But yeah, I like the ending of the match. Me personally, I gave it like a 3 out of 5. Or sorry, I ain't gonna do out of 5. I'm gonna do a solid 6 out of 10.
Okay.
6, yeah. A solid 6. Not a
Nothing crazy.
solid. Yeah, it was a good opening match, but it was
Yeah.
nothing crazy. It was because like I said, I expected so much more from this match, and then as soon as Logan Paul announced that, oh, I'm gonna be the opening match, so that way I could fly back to go see my brother. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna expect too much because this guy doesn't, based on his history, he's been getting hurt. So I'm pretty sure he's not gonna do too much for this match because he doesn't want to risk getting hurt.
Yeah.
So, but what will you rate this match?
I agree with it. Like a 6 out of 10.
That's
Like
cool.
it was not like you said, it was not the most exciting match, but it was a good match.
It was a good opening match.
Yeah.
His it's not his best match. I will say
No.
that.
They could have done better.
Yeah, yeah. But
If it
like I
wasn't
said,
for his brother's fight, and then his
yeah,
brother's fight was a dud too, so I'm like, why'd he even go? He just got a full match.
yeah, you could have I understand he's trying to support his brother, but at the same time it's like, bro, you could have like had a historic match with Ricochet, but you decided it just shows he cares about his followers and his social media and the bragging rights because now him and his brother both won their matches. That's all it is to him. He doesn't care about WWE and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I don't really care for Logan Paul. I don't hate the guy. I don't like the guy. He's just,
There.
there.
He's a
So,
guy.
regardless, he's going to be there. So, so what was the second match? The second match, Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. Rumor has it that this is Brock Lesnar's last match. I find that hard to believe. But if this is Brock Lesnar's last match, this is a great match for him to go. Um, I hope it's not. So I really hope to see him one more time at Survivor Series if he's gonna be there, and also if I go. So, but this was a great storytelling match. I really liked the build up to the match. Uh, Honestly, the one thing that threw me off a lot was when Cody Rhodes used the steel steps on Brock Lesnar, and everybody. I was like, "Isn't that?" I really thought I was gonna end in a DQ, and then Adam Pearce was gonna come out and he's gonna be like, "No, restart this match. It's a no disqualification." But the referee completely ignored everything and just kept going with the match.
Mhm.
So, uh, and it took how many crossroads for Brock Lesnar to win, to take out Brock? It's a
Three, about
3,
three. Yeah, about
and
three.
also for his shorts to rip.
Who's shorts? Brock's?
Yeah, you didn't see that? You didn't catch that?
No.
Brock shorts ripped right in the
Wow.
middle, right in the crotch area.
Wow.
So,
Well, I
but
heard that Brock is gonna retire because I think WrestleMania 41 is gonna be in Minneapolis. So that's an 8 hour drive, man. Let's go. So
is
Philly
it?
and
Oh, isn't that
yeah,
with Brock Lesnar's from?
exactly.
Or
So
is he
I
that? Oh,
well, he's originally from Minnesota, but now he lives in Canada. But imagine if he retires in his home state
that would, yeah. And yeah, I mean, why not? It's not like Brock Lesnar wrestles full
every
time.
day. Yeah,
Yeah, so if you go based on what, if we go based on, let's say he wrestles Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, next year's WrestleMania, and then SummerSlam, and I'm pretty sure overseas, Saudi Arabia and all that, probably after, and then again Royal Rumble. So about 10 more matches, 10 to 12 more matches.
yeah,
So yeah, and if that is where Brock Lesnar is from, yeah, why not?
yeah. It'd be kind of cool to retire in your home
That's where Mall of
city.
America is at, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, ooh, I'm definitely I want to go back to Mall of America. Let's go, Ever. You
Yeah,
drive. For real, you want to go to Mall of America?
that'd be kind of cool, but it has to be a weekend, though.
Shit, we'll plan something.
Yeah.
I really want to go. Have you gone? I gone.
No, I never gone to Minnesota. I ever gone to I've gone to Minnesota, but not that far. Not Minneapolis.
Oh, no, it's not. Mall of America is pretty cool.
That's cool.
But, speaking of shopping and stuff, look what I crap. What that?
Wow. Is that a cup or just a belt?
It's a boat. It's a
Oh, okay.
bait.
I thought it was a cup for a second because you didn't turn it. That's sweet.
It's a baby.
Give it to the dog. Do we like give it as dog as a necklace?
I didn't even thought about that. I could put that on Max.
Yeah, like
Oh,
hey, he's my champion. He's my universal champion.
oh, I'm gonna put that on Max. I didn't even thought about that.
Oh, you should do a video with him coming out with the Roman Reigns song with the background.
This is the only title I'm gonna carry to the when I go to the next show. I'll walk around like this. Do. Yeah, $50, man.
For that?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got
Bro.
two. I got two of them. I gave one to my brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. A memory for you guys.
I also got the SummerSlam football head and a cup.
Wow.
Yeah, I figure I was like, should I spend a lot of money on one thing or a decent amount of money and buy multiple things? So I went with the multiple things.
Nice.
So, but yeah, back to Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. Me personally, I would give that match a solid. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I would
Yeah, I'll
say
give it a
9, but the whole steel step kind of threw me off because I'm like, isn't that DQ? But okay.
no, but I think they said like the steel steps are part of the ring, so they don't count.
Mm,
If they got like a weapon from under the ring, like that's a
no.
disqualification. That's why when you do a table spot, you see when they power up the tables, technically that should be a DQ, but they don't. Or to the
Mm,
barricade. So the barricade and the table and the steel steps,
right.
they're not. And then when they throw them into the ring post, that should be a DQ. But see, so that's technically like part of the ring. If it was
Mm,
like a weapon they got or they brought out or they're under the ring, then that's a disqualification. But
mm.
that's what I heard they explained it like because it's part of the ring. They didn't count it
I
that
mean,
way.
to be fair, we're not watching it. So we're watching it live and not on our screens where the announcers will explain it to
Explain.
us. They may not explain it at the moment because then, they're gonna be like, isn't that a DQ? And then they'll get somebody will talk to them and be like, oh, it's part of the ring, like what you just said, it's part of the ring, so no, it's not a DQ. And then they'll tell us, oh, we've just been word whatever, it's part of the ring, so it doesn't count as a
Mm.
DQ. So but when you're watching it live and nobody's explaining it to you, you're kind of confused.
What? Like what
Yeah.
happened? It's over.
So but regardless, 8 out of 10, that's not bad. What
Yeah.
would you rate it?
I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it was
Anything
better
on
than the second match. It was better than the second one, no?
Oh yeah, way better. Not as better as the first one though.
It's like it wasn't a squash match. It was kind of like competitive still. And Cody won, so
Mhm.
that's definitely a plus. He needs a W. Like they got to build his story thing, but like he needs something. You got to win. You got
Right.
to keep winning for a while at least.
Um, what is there anything about that match that you like kind of stood out for you that you truly enjoyed?
I think I like the fact that they were going back and forth for a little bit. Way in the beginning, it was more like Lesnar, right? He was doing like the
Hmm.
suplexes and stuff. And then for me, it kind of picked up a little bit when I started doing more of the stuff, and Cody Rhodes was like hitting stuff and stuff like that. And then finally, like the three crossroads, so it made Cody look good, and it made Brock Lesnar still look strong because it took three crossroads to take him out. You know,
Right.
it was just one. I'd be like, oh, what's going on? You know, why is Brock
Hmm.
Lesnar? But yeah, it benefited both guys because it made Cody look strong and strong into the next pay-per-view, and it made Brock look strong that it took like three finishers to finish him off. You know.
Right. And he kind of and after the match, that was they both shook hands. Basically, Brock Lesnar passing the torch to him.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, it's like it's everything about that match was great. They both look strong, and it to be the one thing I really thought we were gonna get was I really thought that Cody Brock Lesnar was gonna like squash Cody Rhodes, not like beat him and win, but like just squash him enough. I really thought he we were gonna get 16 or 17 German suplex. I really thought that's what like repeat with happened with Cena. Back what was that? 2014, right? That's what I was expecting.
Wow. And it
Uh
was good that they didn't do that. I thought Brandy Rose was gonna come out for some reason. I don't know why. I thought Brandy was gonna save like like Cody Rhodes.
um if there was ever going to be that kind of moment, Night of Champions, I feel like that would have
Mm.
been if you go back and watch it, I feel like that would be the best one for her to like show up.
And have Sable come back. Ooh.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Damn,
Sable.
I'm curious on how she looks.
Yeah. Be kind of cool to know.
So, worst match: Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler.
Dude, I was falling asleep
Um,
in that match, dude.
I just all I gotta say was there was no need for that match to be a MMA match, fight, whatever. There was no
Yeah.
need unless it was gonna be like literally, hey, this is a legit fight, MMA fight. Whoever's going over is that's on you guys. Like this is UFC shit right here.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was scripted, a scripted MMA fight, it was just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Why couldn't it? There was a lot of matches today, that night that should have been no disqualification. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar was one of them. It didn't need it. It didn't need it, but it felt like
Would have been
that
nice.
it could have been a no disqualification match. Ronda Rousey and Shayna should have been a no disqualification match. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins was the other, but once again, it didn't need it. But Shayna and Rouza, whatever,
Rouse, Rousey.
Rousey, there you go, definitely needed a no disqualification match. So, but we didn't get that, and it was the worst match on the card. So 3 out of 10.
Wow,
So
that's really bad already.
yeah,
Not,
that's
not
just
even.
me being generous. I did enjoy some moments here and there. That's the only reason why I'm giving it a 3. But
Wow.
yeah, it it was just one of those why was it an MMA fight
I
match?
mean, I understand that because Rousey and I think she's not. I think she's done.
Mhm.
But I would have just gotten Trish versus Becky at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Why would we get that match and not Becky and Trish?
Yeah.
Is Ronda even a draw anymore? It's
Not really. That's why
like
she was in the middle of the card. She wasn't
yeah,
even like main event. She was like,
they're paying her millions of dollars just to be in the mid card. So
yeah.
I know she ain't complaining, but it's like damn.
Yeah.
Shoot. What was the next match? Was it the Battle Royal?
Yeah, the Battle Royal. Yeah.
That Battle Royal, I was kind of like, we talked about it. We were like, why? Why is there a Battle Royal?
Yeah.
But I'm glad there was because we got to see AJ Styles, we got to see The Miz, LA Knight, yeah,
Yeah.
Sheamus, Escobar, Shinsuke Nakamura. So who else was on there? Oh, there were Riddle, Tomasa. There was a few people on there. The one person I was kind of shocked to see was Austin Theory, and one person I was shocked not to see was Edge. I really thought he was going to be like a surprise entrance, but it turns out the surprise entrance was the returning the 7 foot tall Omos. So glad that he didn't win.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so the final three was Sheamus, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. Yeah. Um, Sheamus eliminated AJ Styles thanks to Karrion Cross interference. I really don't know why we're still getting this feud if it's not even leading into a pay per view. And Karrion Cross is so it's just I don't get it. I've been telling like I just don't understand him. I think they should push him into a baby face at this point because it's like he's not making it as a heel. If you're not making it as a heel, have him turn face,
Yeah.
you know. And if he can't make it as a face, then you're a jobber until you gotta change your character or your gimmick or release the guy or just be a jobber or something like that.
Yeah.
So he just does not have charisma. So he's kind of like Ali. Ali has the wrestling skills, but he just doesn't have the charisma. Karrion Cross has the build and like when you see Karrion Cross, he looks like a wrestler. That's what a WWE superstar looks like. He could be a good guy and a bad guy. He just looks like a total badass, but he sucks in the ring. He's just an average wrestler, and also his charisma is just he doesn't have any. He really doesn't. Um, I would like I wouldn't have Bray Wyatt as a manager, but I would have Bray Wyatt be Karrion Cross's manager.
Okay.
Have Bray Wyatt do all the talking and then Karrion Cross. The thing is, he just doesn't. He's a wrestler. He just doesn't wrestle like a heel. You know, he doesn't fight dirty. He doesn't. He needs to do. I personally feel like he needs to wrestle a little bit like the Undertaker. Not too much. Not too much. Just enough. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, LA Knight eliminates Sheamus. Sheamus. Have you ever seen audience go crazy over a battle royal win where there's no and it's just bragging rights. It's not a
Yeah.
number one contender match. It's not to win a title. It wasn't the Royal Rumble. It was just a regular battle royal to get everybody on the show. And LA Knight, yeah, won. And everybody went crazy over this win. If like we all know it was just bragging rights, but we acted like he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Foreshadowing of the Rumble.
Yeah. It's just so crazy how over this guy is. And all he did was win a battle royal.
Wow. That's
No,
how you know. You know he's on fire then.
yeah,
I
that
mean, I'm glad
guy.
everybody got their check, man, because that's a pay-per-view check or whatever they call it, a PLE check. That's an
Mm-hmm.
extra like 2, 3, 4, 5 grand or something. I don't know.
Right.
They got their money. Everybody got their check.
Maybe it's an extra 60. We don't know.
Yeah.
Shoot. How do I become a jobber, man? I'm trying to be a jobber for WWE.
Hell yeah.
Shoot. But LA Knight, a battle royal. The fact that I gotta rate this battle royal a solid 7 out of 10. A battle royal went over Logan and Ricochet. It went over Ronda Rousey's match. It's just like, bro.
I kind of wish they did the. I wish they did the. Wait, the whole the order? Oh, they should have done. I think the battle royal should have been like before that, right? Was it after the women's?
No, it was before the women's.
Before Ronda Rousey and
Yeah,
see if it was after, I think that because the crowd kind of though Ronda Rousey killed the crowd
it
for a
did.
little bit.
It
I
did.
was there. I was like, oh, dude.
That's why it was difficult. I mean, I was gonna say it, and I was gonna let you know on the next match, but that's why it was kind of difficult for me to watch Gunther versus Drew McIntyre
Oh, dude. Yeah, I was like,
because I was bored. I was bored out of my mind from the last match.
yeah,
So, and I guess to be fair, because the battle royal wasn't the best battle royal. It wasn't like it was not like there were some cool moments here and there towards the end, obviously, but the final three is when like I'm focused, you know. Ooh, who's gonna win? You know, and LA Knight, yeah, got the W. And then after that, and then like obviously besides Ronda, everybody was tired because everybody was chanting, yeah, yeah, LA Knight. You know, some people were chanting AJ Styles. So obviously, once it got to the LA Knight and Sheamus, that's when everybody was going crazy. So people were burned out. People were burned out.
yeah, they
Regardless
were.
of Ronda's match, people were burned out because of a battle royal. A battle royal. And it was just because of one guy, LA Knight. Yeah. And then after that it was just people got like, we don't care. Bathroom break.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
because they we knew he was gonna come out. They were like, oh, bathroom, but wait,
Mhm.
I can't.
And I heard in my section, people in my section where I was sitting, people didn't it wasn't like they didn't care about this match. It was just like I lost interest in this match because they want to turn it into an MMA match.
Yeah,
So they had so many opportunities and yeah, and then also there were some people that were bummed out because it's like we're getting this and not Becky versus Trish.
yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, Gunther versus Drew Mac. Oh, Battle Royal. What did you rate it already? I
No,
gave it a 7 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Ooh, pretty good, pretty good. Um, I mean, still, that's still pretty high because of Battle Royal. What was your rate for Ronda's match?
I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
Man, you gave it a higher rate than I did.
I think I get why they did that, but at the same time, I'm like, why? I mean, if it was a Becky
You
and Trish
enjoyed it,
match,
right?
yeah.
I mean, that's all that matters.
But
Like I said, for me, it was like I had some moments here and there. That's the reason why I
if it
give it
was
a
for
three.
it was Becky and Trish, that would have been higher rated match, you know?
Mhm. I would have, yeah, being able to see Becky Two Cheeks and Trish Stratus. God damn, but nope, nope. Hopefully Survivor Series, right?
Well, right now the tickets are like the cheapest tickets $770.
God damn.
That's the left. It's almost sold out. I looked
Hey,
at the tickets the other day. I was like, damn.
well, I'll be damned. Well, I gotta go find myself a sugar mama or sugar daddy then.
Whoa. What?
I gotta actually probably the sugar daddy would be for WrestleMania. Sugar mamas for Survivor Series. Desperate Deeds. Separate knees. Oh yeah. Anyway, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. I expected so much more from this match.
Yeah.
I am not gonna lie. I expected so much more.
What, like a chop
Um,
fest or what?
I don't know what I was expecting. I expected something similar with Gunther versus Sheamus at Clash of the Champion. That's what I expected, but we
Hmm.
didn't get that for Drew and Gunther. Um, but once again, just to remind you, I got burned out from the last match because not because it was great, it was because it was so freaking boring, you know. So that could be on my part that I did. I may have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
And for me, but from this moment, I gotta give it. It wasn't a bad match. Like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. So it's tied with the battle royal.
Hmm.
So, but once again, maybe I'll give it a higher rate. I gotta replay it, watch it. I just gotta skip the Ronda's match. Let me just skip through that and then
Yeah.
watch. Gunther and Drew McIntyre to like really enjoy it. And then yeah, so see from there. But what would you give it?
Oh, out of 10, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Hmm. You out of between you and me, this is the one match you were really excited about. So did you get what you expected, or did you expected more?
I mean, I got what I expected, It's like, they're both big guys and they're both strong. So I was not expecting like crazy moves, but I did expect them to chop each other. You can't really hear the chops when you're where I was sitting. I was kind of like on the by the stage, but like
Yeah.
it was kind of far, so I couldn't really hear the chop. So I didn't
Mm.
have that like ooh, ooh, like when they were chopping each other.
The woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew when they hit it because then it's like people were doing the woo chant. I'm like, oh, okay. But from like where else I couldn't hear the chop, so that would have been
Mm.
a little higher rating if I could like just hear the pah.
Okay.
But it was kind of expected, like he was gonna win though.
Yeah, that's it. That was the
Like if
other
he
thing.
lost, I would have gone crazy.
Oh
But
yeah,
like
for
I knew he
sure.
was gonna win. I knew he was gonna win. Like, ah, he's gonna win this.
Hmm.
You probably keep it till WrestleMania or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's also the other thing where it's like you already know the outcome, but just because you know the outcome doesn't mean you still can't have a great match,
Oh yeah, yeah,
you know? So, but yeah, like for me, it was good, but like I definitely it's one of those matches I gotta go back and see if I truly enjoy it.
yeah.
Um, because like I said, the last match, like I was just so bored out of my mind. All right. The next match, the one match I was so excited to see. Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh yeah.
I can't. It's just one of those storytelling matches, just like the main event that night. It's just a storytelling. It was like it's hard to explain because it's just like they did it. They did so little, but it's like they told everything in that match. Um, it was way better than Money in the Bank. I can tell you that much. So but yeah, I really enjoyed this match. It was great. When Damian Priest came out, that's where it was
Oh
like everybody
uh,
was going crazy.
yeah,
Everybody thought that he was gonna cash in, or maybe add himself into this match or something like that.
yeah.
The other one was, and then everybody went crazy when Rhea Ripley showed up, Dominic showed up. Uh, I really thought that what's his name, Sami Zayn was gonna come out and help out Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins hold his own. And thanks to Damian Priest's briefcase, um, and because of that briefcase, Finn Balor got distracted, curb stomp right onto the briefcase. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins retains, and I give this a 9 out of 10.
I agree with that.
I, it's just again perfect storytelling, and it's like that's when you have a story, man, you got to go with it, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you say you agree with me, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, just the crazy part like that Seth Rollins held four people off.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, like you said, there's no other interference. Like you would think like whoever's gonna go for the women's title, which I don't even know anymore, who's going for the women's world heavyweight title. Like
Yeah.
they gotta talk about that. Or like if like Wesley came out and attacked Dominic,
Mm.
Or like, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
or like somebody came out, or Becky came out to attack Rhea Ripley. She's defending her
Mm.
man. That would have been oh that would have blown the roof off the place.
Yeah.
Becky
I mean,
attacking
if
Rhea.
we would have gotten Becky and Trish Stratus, that could have laid into payback. We
Yeah,
could have gone Seth and Becky versus Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor.
yeah. And then
So
Wesley comes out, attacks Dominic, and who attack Rey Mysterio attacks Damian Priest. I don't know, somebody.
no.
Just
I would say Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn attacks
Yeah.
Damian Priest. Like it would have been a standoff, and then you know that would have been nice.
Yeah.
But it ended nicely. I liked how he did the curb stomp on the briefcase.
Yeah. That was nice because it wasn't like Damian threw the briefcase for Finn Balor for him to use it. It's like, you know what? You're not whatever. Because he's like, I'm trying to help you win the world title. And then you're just looking at me thinking I'm gonna cash in on you or on him or during. It's like, I'm here to help you, man. And
Yeah.
you it's like I like it because he's like Damon's giving him that look and acting like, why are you acting like we don't have Roman Reigns as world champion? Like, why are you acting like I can't cash in on that title? You know,
Yeah.
let's put the title on you, and then you could help me cash in on Roman. There, it's like that's what I like about. And yeah, and he just threw it in there and just bam right there. So definitely, I really hope Judgment Day do not break up. Um, yeah, I really hope they continue to work together because I Judgment Day it should not be a 1 year group. I see like 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
you know. And it's one of those group where it's like, why do they have to break up?
Yeah.
Everybody could do their own thing. They don't have to break up, you know.
Yeah.
Um, next, Bianca Belair versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. Another match I was truly looking forward. I really
Yeah.
want my girl Charlotte Flair to become 15-time women's champion.
Yeah.
But I would have been okay with Asuka winning. First, no, I love Bianca Belair, but she was champion for over a year, and the only one match I could remember her facing was
Last year SummerSlam.
last year's SummerSlam and WrestleMania against Becky. Those are the only two matches I enjoyed. And then this year was against Asuka, another match I enjoyed. That's it. She's been
Wow.
champion for over a year, and there's only three matches where I'm like, those are my
Yeah.
favorite matches. Not only are they my favorite matches, those they're the only matches I remember.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So that's why I like give her a break. You know, you know what she needs? She's kind of like a Flair where she's only been in title matches. She needs a story as well.
Yeah.
You know, she needs the actual feud. So um fantastic match. Let me say that. Fantastic match. The ending was amazing. Charlotte Flair had Bianca Belair in a figure eight. About to tap, but Asuka came in and miss miss on Charlotte Flair. Tried to, I don't know what she was trying to do to Belair, but I guess she was trying to cover her or something like that, maybe pick her up. But Bianca Belair was able to flip her into a small package and then get the 1, 2, 3. So I was not excited about her winning. I was like, oh, great. Belair's champion again. But I love the ending of it. Like, I love everything about the ending.
Yeah.
Um, Before we continue to the next part, what happened after the match, I got to give this match gosh, screw it. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. If my girl Charlotte or Asuka would have won, let's just say Asuka covered Belair and she won, I would have given it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, but it it was just one of those. But I don't know. It's just something. I don't know. It's just I have to give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Maybe it's because it's like that extra point. It's because it Belair. I didn't want Belair to win. You
Yeah.
know. So and then it took the excitement away because you got to get that excitement because if you pick the person that you want to win, you know how you get excited for it. That's how you give that extra credit.
Yeah.
But since I didn't get that extra excitement because the girl who I wanted to win didn't win. The one, the one I didn't want to win is the one who ended up winning. So it's like, I'm bummed out. But it's like, how am I going to give you that extra 10, extra point when I'm bummed out that you won?
Yeah.
So what would you rate that match?
I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, wow. So Why 8.5? Why 8.5?
I don't know. It seems
Who'd you
like
who'd you wanted or who'd you wanted to win? Oscar?
Asuka, yeah.
Okay.
That's what it goes to my next point. Like I'm gonna go because I'm like, why did she lose? Just for the next thing to happen. I wish it was kind of like I don't know, like
Yeah, it was
why make Bianca win it just to lose it?
right. No, I agree with you. My thing what's gonna bother me is who's next in line. So you
Yeah,
tell like, are they gonna say like, oh, Bianca Belair is gonna get a rematch again? Let's lead to it. Io Sky cashed in
yeah,
on Bianca Belair. It took the help with Bailey to ensure she wins the women's championship.
yeah.
That place went crazy when her music hit.
Oh my God. I was
That
like,
that place went crazy when the ref rang the well when the ref rang the bell, but before that, when the announcer said that Io was gonna cash in.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
So yeah, um, that was just like everybody was going crazy. She's already on the top rope. Moonsaw, 1, 2, 3. We got a new women's championship. Um, yeah, like it was just one of those like OMG moments. She did it. She deserves it. It was a great moment because last year, was she released or did she ask for her release?
She asked for her release,
And
so
then she came back.
yeah. So
So
she just have to wait it out. Just give us a chance.
yeah,
And there she goes. She's women's champion.
a year later, when she made her return with damage control, and she's still with damage control.
Wow,
So
that's
great.
nuts.
Like, yeah, it was great. Fortunately, though it was only 8 seconds, only one move. Can't really give it a rating, but the moment is definitely like a moment of the year
Yeah.
in my book.
For me, I was talking to my brother, right? When I saw Bianca win, I'm like, wait a minute, her leg is damaged. Next thing you know,
Mm.
bang, Io Sky. I'm like, because I looked at my brother like, wait, her knee is hurt. I'm like, wait a minute. And the music plays. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna happen right now. And it did. I was like, oh, they did. Because I'm like, why not Asuka have an injury? Like, wait, Bianca
Hmm.
has an injury? That's what I kind of knew she was gonna win. But then when she won, I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
Io
It,
Sky.
it's one of those weird things that I don't like because it's like, we're going to cheer for Io Sky.
Oh yeah,
We're going to boo Bianca that she wins. There's going to be
yeah,
some people cheering, but you would think it's like they knew that Io's going to cash in, right? So it's like, why would you not have Oscar retain? Because we would have booed her. I mean, some people would have cheered, but then more people would have booed. And then when Io showed up, people would have cheered, you
yeah.
know? So I feel like, but my thing is, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so mad if Bianca Belair is next in line for the women's championship.
She might be.
And she most likely is. And
How, how
they're trying to make her the Cena of the women's division.
how long you think Io's gonna have the title for? Is it like one of those like thanks for staying, but your reign's like 3 months, or is it gonna be one of those like she loses it like the next pay-per-view in October and Payback?
If they want the belt back to Bianca, I would say wait till like
Mm,
Survivor Series, Royal Rumble kind of
yeah.
thing. Um, yeah, I feel like that's a good time frame for her. Don't get me wrong, I would like for her to have a long reign, and I feel like if anybody should have a long reign, she's definitely one of them, especially when she has damage control. I feel like if anybody should take the title off her, it should be Bailey.
Ooh,
Yeah, but that's when like damage control is done. So I'm talking about like having it like I will have Io Sky beat everybody,
yeah.
and then like towards let's say like 8 months to a year, Bailey, you know, turns says like, "Oh, you defeated everybody. You did, but thanks to me." And then
Ooh.
The one
That's not too.
person, yeah, the one person you hasn't faced is me. So
Mm,
and then have Bailey take the title off Ego, and then Ego take win the title back from Bailey, try to make her a big baby face and all that. That's
yeah.
how I would book her. But with Bianca, there's a slight chance she may win the title back by payback. I personally don't think she should win it that soon. I don't even think she deserves the first opportunity, you know.
Yeah.
Asuka deserves the rematch. I wouldn't mind seeing a triple threat, a fatal four way. I'm all for that. I'm just saying, like Bianca, I don't mind Bianca being champion, but it's just like, damn, like have her earn it. Let her, like, you're basically trying to do what you did with Charlotte and Cena. Just like, here's the title. You're gonna hold it for 6 months, and then you're gonna drop it and then win it back the next pay-per-view. It's like, what's the point of dropping it?
Yeah, I was like, that's why I was like, why did Asuka lose? But then I don't know if
Yeah,
Asuka didn't want to lose to
Yo
to
Sky.
Io. Yeah.
I highly doubt that. It's
Nah.
not a where it's not AEW, bro.
Yeah.
She ain't Thunder Rosa.
Wow.
Um, but no, yeah, it was a great moment, and we got the main event, one of the
Oh yeah.
biggest main event tribal comeback for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and to recognize the tribal chief, um, Roman Reigns versus Jay Uso. Main event, Jay Uso crazy. Um, bro, that whole arena was crazy when both men came out.
Oh, dude.
Uh, I was the only thing I did not like. It was a slow paced match. I kind of understood why, because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a long ass match. So, but it was. I hate when people are in a no disqualification match and they start off a match with a headlock. It's
Yeah.
like this is a fight. This isn't a match to see who's a better wrestler. This is a fight. I hate when
Yeah.
people start off with a headlock.
Tribal combat, right? It's supposed to be
Yeah,
like
it's a no disqualification.
that's the thing. Like, I don't know if they said it on the mic or something, but I didn't know what the match rules were. I was like, so what does this mean? Like,
It's
what's
just
tribal?
it's yeah.
Like, I wish they explained it or something, or you know?
Yeah. It's basically a no disqualification match. That's all it is. It's kind of like street fight, hardcore rules, no holds barred. That's what it is. It's just a fancy name. Um, or maybe it's something with has to do with the Samoans, with something they do. So I have no idea, but it's basically a no disqualification match.
Hmm.
Why didn't they just say no disqualification? I have no idea.
I know that could have been just a DQ match.
Mhm. Yeah, because there was nothing special that made it like, oh, this is like a Samoan thing. Besides that Samoan strap,
Yeah.
besides, they could have been a Samoan strap match, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was besides that part, the match was good. It was great, great storytelling. I really truly enjoy it. It's once again, it's kind of one of those matches where it's like we didn't get a lot, but they told a story in the ring. So as long as you do that, you don't really have to do much.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They both told a great story, and the ending.
Oh my God. I was
I
pissed. When I saw your
I
blind
was
reaction, you were like, "Oh my God."
I got
You-
so I was so like I understood why to obviously afterwards, like literally after the match was over, I started looking back and I'm like, oh yeah, I understand why now. Because Jimmy said it himself. He he's jealous that he's next in line to be the head of the table, the tribal chief.
Yeah.
We all knew that. And the fact that he was gonna be Roman or to be the new tribal chief, he just couldn't he couldn't deal with it. So he cost Jimmy the match. Super kicked him, threw him back in the ring. Roman speared him to the table on the corner. I felt like that was unnecessary. I didn't really like that spot. Um, yeah, I feel like just like a regular spear would have been nice. Or better yet, the Con Jericho. I
Mm,
feel like Jimmy should have done more. That's all I'm saying. Besides
yeah.
just pulling his leg out and super kicking him, I feel like Jimmy should have done like a Con Jericho.
Mm,
Also, what he should have done was super kick Jimmy, throw him in the ring, and then super kick Roman as well. Like, screw you too.
wow.
Screw both of you guys.
So you think he's gonna be like he's not going he's not he didn't help Roman, he just wanted to beat Jay? Is that what you're
That's
saying?
the way I look at it. Yeah, I felt like Jimmy. I wouldn't. That's no. Yeah, it was just more to screw his brother because he didn't want his brother to be the new Travis Chief.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
okay. Yeah.
I, but that's the thing. It's just like I feel like once he threw him back in the ring, he should have went in there and super kick Roman as well
Mm,
because now it looks like he's siding with Roman. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he should have super kicked Roman as well to be like, screw you. And I'm only screwing my brother because I don't want you to be the new Travis Sheet. I
yeah,
want to be the new Travis Sheet.
yeah.
You know what I mean? If it
And we
was just,
almost saw
yeah. What was that?
and we almost saw Solo turn on Roman too. He's like, "What are you speared me, bro!" Like
Yeah,
in his
accidentally, but yeah, Solo was like, he was not
living.
having it. So my thing is, do you see a possibility that this is going to be a fatal four-way match in the future?
Yeah, I can see Survivor Series being a fatal four way.
Okay.
So that's like what 3 months from now? Yeah, three
Mm.
months or so.
I could see that. I feel like if I would like to see that at WrestleMania if Jay's gonna win, because I would have it a elimination match. But I feel
Mm.
like Survivor Series would be a good one.
Yeah, and then well, there's gotta be like another moment where Roman gets where he spears Solo by accident. He's like, "Bro, again?" Like that, like
Um,
build up the storyline.
I feel no, I would do the other way or not round because Roman already speared Soul. I think Soul should attack Roman.
Yeah.
So, but this match was it the best wrestling match? No, it was not. But did it tell the story that it needed to tell? Yes, it did.
Mm.
Uh, Unlike the Bianca Belair match, that was just more like I didn't want her to win.
Yeah.
Um, but with Jay, I we all knew he wasn't gonna win.
No. No.
We all knew. We wanted him to win.
Yeah.
We all wanted him to win. So the fact that you make me feel that's what wrestling's about, right? It's the emotion. That's what people are like, don't understand the whole storyline. It's like if you're paying attention to the match and you feel like a roller coaster ride, the match, they're not doing so much, but yet your emotions is like this. It's going up and down. It's like you're watching a movie. That's what that match did for me. Same with Finn
Mm.
Balor and all that. Finn Balor. Wrestling match, bell to bell, the women's, the triple threat, best wrestling match on the card. Storytelling, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. That match was 9 out of 10.
Nice.
9 out of 10. Fair. Because I wasn't feeling the whole table spot. The spear through the table. I felt like that was unnecessary. Not like in a bet, like a regular spear would have been fine. A concherical, you know, something that spot was like, it was like I didn't really like it. I don't like that table spot as a finish
Yeah.
because sometimes it doesn't end the way because Roman has to protect himself as well. It's not like when Rhino does it. Rhino goes boom.
Through the table.
He goes through. He's going with
Flop.
you. Yeah, Rhino goes through the table with you. You know, so if you're not gonna do it like Rhino, then don't do that spot at all.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 9 out of 10 in my book. What about you?
I would 9 out of 10 out too. Like some spots like were kind of. Oh, even like I think I noticed too. Like some fans were like attacking. They were like grabbing Jay and stuff whenever it went out to the middle of the thing.
Mm, I
I was like,
didn't
what the
catch
hell?
that.
I was like, what the hell are they doing?
Hmm.
But like some spots, I'm like, and then yeah, the Solo thing was crazy too because he was looking at Solo and then boom, Jay spears
Spears
Roman through the
through the
table,
yeah.
through the barricade. I
The
mean, I was like,
barricade.
oh
There you
my
go.
God.
Yeah. That was dope. And yeah, and Roman spearing Solo, and then the Samoan drop through the table.
That
There was a
was
lot of crazy spots happening in that match. Jay doing a splash on Solo on to the announce table without, that was crazy. So yeah, but like for me personally, I think the only thing was missing was Jimmy only attacked Jay.
yeah.
He should attack Soul. He should attack Roman. He should have attacked everybody, not just Jay. Because once again, you're making it seem. I understand the cost, but who took you out? Roman
Yeah.
and Solo. So it's like now it looks like you're joining them. You might as well join them then,
Yeah.
because you basically like let them win. So
Kinda
on
weird, right?
Jimmy's part, yeah, and Jimmy's part, it just looks like what was the whole purpose of everything that you guys just went through, you know?
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe it's kind of one of those like civic wars kind of thing, like the Avengers, where it's like they needed to just get this out of their way. Now they're probably gonna join forces together. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll get Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso at Payback,
Ooh.
determine the number one contender for the Universal Champion. That's a possibility as
That'd be
well.
kind of nice, actually.
Yeah, I
Be
would.
really nice.
Well, overall show ever, what would you give it?
Overall, out of 10, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I will give it you know what? I'll agree with you this time. 8.5.
Nice.
I'll agree with you. 8.5 out of 10.
Some matches brought it down, like the Ronda match and the Battle Royal. It was nice to have on there. I like
Mhm.
to see LA Knight, but at the same time, I wish it was worth something. Like, oh, number one contender for the United States, or you get the Intercontinental or
Right.
NXT, like something, you know? They
Yeah.
just kind of like gave it as like a filler match.
At least Austin Theory should have took Sheamus' spot because it,
Yeah,
it would have looked like, the number one contender. you know, LA Knight would look like a future contender for Austin Theory's title. But the fact that he eliminated Sheamus, it was kind of like one of those things where it was like he won the match. But me personally, I don't really care because for me, like everybody else, we were able to chant LA Knight, yeah, more than
yeah,
one occasion,
yeah.
So it was more for like, here you go.
It was fan service, pretty much.
Yeah.
It wasn't
That's
like, oh, we're gonna make this guy win the battle royal to make him a number one contender for the U.S.
mhm.
title, whatever title. It's more like fans want to see him. We'll put him in a match. You know, he'll win
Mhm.
this one. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's worth something later. But like right now, it's just more fan service.
Right. And like I said, I got to see Sheamus. I got to see AJ Styles. So like I'm happy with that.
Yeah, me too.
And
Yeah,
so yeah, 8.5. But like the worst match was the Ronda Rousey's match. Gunther and Drew McIntyre was difficult to enjoy because of
love that match.
Ronda's match. And yeah, and that's it. The best
Yeah,
match. So though you gave it based on your rate, besides because that's your person, so what's your personal favorite match of the card, and also what's a match that you would recommend somebody to, like, if they're gonna go like, hey, oh, you missed SummerSlam, skip all this, just go straight to this match? What would be the first match you would tell somebody?
I'll say Gunther and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, that's your favorite match of the night, or that's a match that you're gonna tell somebody to, like, go straight and watch that match?
Just tell someone to go straight into it. Yeah.
So what's
My
your
fir-
favorite match of the night?
my favorite match would have to be the women's triple threat. I think.
Okay.
Probably the most
Yeah,
entertaining too, because I didn't know what to expect. I mean, especially the outcome. I was like, what the? You know,
yeah.
I re like a cash in this. I think I told my brother this is the second time I've seen a cash in person. So I was
Hmm.
like, yeah. I saw Liv Morgan cash it in, and I saw Io Sky cash it in. So I'm right. I'm
Nice,
right
nice,
there. Yeah.
nice,
Men's I
nice.
haven't though. Men's I haven't seen, but that'd be kind of. But that was a cherry on top. Damn.
I get another agreement with you. Uh, favorite match of the night was the women's triple threat because of the outcome. Even though Bianca Belair won,
Yeah.
I was shocked that she won. You know,
Yeah. I was like,
I was like, well,
what?
I wasn't happy about it, but I was shocked that she won. And then on top of that, Io Sky came in and cashed in. So it was just like it was crazy. I really enjoyed it. So but the one match I would tell somebody to go check out, that would be it. The women's match. Like just go and watch that
Skip like
match.
a full 2 3 hours.
Mhm.
Let's go to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's no story.
Yeah.
For you to enjoy Finn Balor and Seth Rollins and to enjoy Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, you have to watch the video package.
Yeah.
If you just go bell to bell, the women's triple threat match. So you don't need no video package of what's going on because that's like because they were at doing an actual wrestling match.
Yeah.
But once again, Charlotte has done another match of the year contender for me
Wow.
in my book for 2023.
So you put it up there and
Yeah, right now I got Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. Now
mhm.
this is another one.
Wow.
So yeah, it's crazy. And then I got Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, and then I got Roman Reigns and Jay. But Jay, like, I'm still in filling the spots. I'm
Yeah.
not saying I got them in like order, but I'm just so you have an example out of 20. This is just an example.
Yeah.
Like Real Ripley, the women's triple threat, and it's definitely in my top 10. The Finn Ballard and
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. It's like 10 and 12, and then the Jay and Roman is like 18 and 20. Just so you have like, you know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at with like putting them in match of the year for
Yeah.
2023 in my book. That's where I'm at. Can things change? Sure. Can they move up? Obviously, well, there's a possibility. I gotta like rewatch the matches, but that's gonna be like towards the end of the year.
Yeah. We should do a watch along, but we can't like show video footage, or we could be like, oh, okay.
You can do whatever you want on OF. So yeah. Well, how was your trip over there? Did you really enjoy? Did you think the trip was worth it?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a drive, so it was better than flying.
Mm-hmm.
You can enjoy like Michigan and you can enjoy Indiana and stuff like that. So it was good. I saw like sometimes when they're local, like I know WrestleMania's and I know Survivor Series is coming in Chicago or Rosemont,
Right.
but it's like it might be sold out. So I'm kind of like, damn. But I guess WrestleMania is where I spent money, but it's Philadelphia, so you have to fly out there.
Yeah. Well, who knows? You can always try to buy tickets the day of.
Yeah.
So, well, all right. Well, this wraps up this show. So until next time, ever take us home, baby.
All right, listen, this will be it for us. I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
For us, this is it for this episode.
For this episode, yeah, for this
Jesus
episode.
Christ.
I don't have my script in front of me. Hold on.
You still need a script. Oh my
I know,
gosh.
right?
All right. Well, bye.
Bye,
Doo-doo-doo.
guys.